And I'm back. Sorry for the long wait. I did not think the storm would cause so many issues for me, nor did I think it would trigger my, month of being a lady, which then triggered a wave of depressive episodes, and the only thing keeping me from falling in despair was Maxley. Yeah, the dogs who skateboard. Don't judge me, okay? My hyperfixation and depression just came together, and now they're all I think about and cry about, but like in a good way. So yeah, I'm drawing them in my style / kinda next year, cause it gives me more freedom to put them in outfits I feel work for them, and cause the timeline is in the early 2000s and I'm like itching to go back. Cause man, what a time. Anyway, I'm like so freaking happy this ship has made a comeback. Cause when this movie came out, I was literally just starting middle school and had zero idea what shipping was. But these two are probably the ones who unlocked my love for enemies to lovers, cause middle school me just loved these two. I remember watching the movie like constantly, and I even had like a weird little crush on Bradley, but in a weird, I wasn't aware I was ace way. Like I knew I liked him, but I was dedicated to him being Max's boyfriend. But yeah, as much as I loved the movie and the ship, there wasn't really anything for it, and it kind of faded from my memory till like 2023 when I found an artist whose surprise is patient zero for the Maxley outbreak. But as soon as I saw the Maxley art, a flood of nostalgia hit me. I don't get nostalgic about a lot, so this was a fun surprise, and I pretty much stalked their page and retweeted their stuff whenever it popped up, and then sometime in the year of our Lord 2024, Maxley popped off like crazy, and I couldn't be happier. TikTok really be out here boosting long forgotten ships like crazy once a song has been picked out for it. Thank you, Chapel Roan. But yeah, as much as I love that this movie and the characters are making a comeback for the time being, I low-key have a few bones to pick with it. Or like 3. 1. The outfits. Mainly for Max's crew and Bradley's. Well, just Bradley. His crew dresses pretty good, all things considering. But I, and middle school Brittany, hated that Max didn't get a new outfit. Like, Max has had the same outfit since the Goof troop. And it's like, I get it. Max is an iconic Disney character, and Disney thinks changing their characters' outfits, if they're not a princess, would crack the minds of every child in the world. But when you're watching the Goofy movie and extremely Goofy movie back to back, it's kind of hard to tell that Max has aged at all, or that time has moved, because both he and PJ are in the same outfits from the last movie. Only reason it clicked they were older was Bobby, because not only did he get a new outfit that's just Shaggy's fit, he also cut his hair, which was super helpful for me when it finally clicked, even though the banner should have been a dead giveaway, but still. And as for Bradley's outfit, it's just ugly. I'm sorry. For a guy like Bradley in the late 90s and early 2000s with possible deep pockets, he sure does dress like what he thinks a smart person wears. Like, the fit can be cute, but for some reason it just does not work for him. But I do like the subtle color hints that him and Max share. Both are wearing red and blue, but Max's are brighter while Bradley's are darker, and is kind of giving this connection between the two, but like in opposite ways. And 2, they don't look like dogs. Let me finish before you type in all the ways they do, cause yeah, Goofy, Max, and Sylvia look like dogs, but it's thanks to their longer noses, or well, just for Sylvia, cause Max and Goofy have their ears to help, but everyone else, minus PJ, cause he's a cat, apparently, but it's always bugged me, none of the other characters outside of Goofy and Max look like dogs. Hell, they don't even have tails, and it's like, why? Mickey has a tail, Donald has a tail, where's Goofy and Max's tails? Where's everyone's tails? You're not gonna sit there and tell me every dog person in the Mickey universe has their tail doxed. Nope, not buying it. Also, why are their ears all the same and shaped so weird? Max and Goofy look like your basic Basset Hound ears, but everyone else have these like fleshy stumps, and it hurts my head because like Mickey looks like a mouse, Donald Duck looks like a duck. Why can't the dog characters look like dogs? I mean, some of the people at Disney kind of reworked how the dog characters look in the reboot of DuckTales, so it can't be that hard. But then I have to remind myself that the reboot of DuckTales came out after the movies, so I'm getting mad at people in the past. But you know what? That's fine, that's fine. But yeah, I'm kind of basing most of Max and Bradley's designs around the reboot of the DuckTales series. Cause this is what I wanted. See the pastels? And 3, the gloves. The freaking gloves drive me crazy. Not that the characters are wearing them, as it's the style, but it's everyone else. No other characters besides Max, PJ, Bobby, and Goofy wear gloves, and it's like so mind-boggling, especially when I watched it as a kid. Like, I couldn't get over the fact no one was wearing gloves besides Tank, which, oh my god, thank you, Tank, so much. So yeah, for these redesigns, or I guess my style, because let's face it, this is more for me than anything, but yeah, I knew I was gonna tackle all 3 issues I had as a kid. So for Max, I pretty much kept everything the same-ish, but made him more older looking because he is starting college when this movie takes place. I also gave him a bit of a mullet, as this was kind of like the late 90s, early 2000s, and the shag was still pretty popular. I also made Max a mixed breed, since he has way more hair than Goofy, and since Goofy is a bloodhound, it wouldn't make sense for Max to have long hair, unless his mother was another type of dog. And yeah, I get that Max has long hair because he's a teen, but still. So I mixed Max with Bloodhound and Border Collie. I was gonna do Chocolate Lab, but their hair isn't long enough. Plus, they're pretty active dogs, so it made sense. I also gave him a tail because, again, they need tails. Also, his fur pattern is pretty much the same as his dad's, but he now has some of his lighter fur going to his neck and under his tail, just to make him look a little less like his dad. I also rounded his teeth a bit and gave him freckles, just to give him that I stand outside a lot vibe, even though he's a dog. Dogs don't really get freckles. I mean, they're kind of born with freckles. Whatever. Now for his outfit. I know baggy is Max's style and was a staple of the 90s and skatercore, but I'm a firm believer in one baggy, one tight. Like baggy shirt, tight pants, baggy pants, tight shirt. So I went with the tight shirt and baggy pants combo because skinny jeans weren't exactly popular yet, and the tight pants that guys wore back then won't look good with a baggy shirt, so yeah. I also gave him a Nirvana shirt for the times and because it was my favorite band back then, but I also gave him the iconic bisexual shirt, aka the mid-sleeve Wrangling shirt, but in red, since red is Max's signature color, and yeah, it's a little small, but that's because I like to think Max is hitting his second growth spurt. Like, imagine, Max as tall as his dad. A girl can dream. And as for his pants, I pretty much just kept the same pants he's wearing, just made them more baggy and with more wear and tear to them. Now, gloves. As much as I would love to keep them looking like his original, I can't. I physically can't. So I gave him fingerless gloves, and originally I made them red, but I think I like the white better. Also, I made his gloves fingerless, mostly as a sign of age, but also so you can see his paw pads. As for the board, I had to ask my partner to come up with something since I have zero idea on how to design art for a skateboard, so yeah. Powerline themed board. Oh, and yeah, original Converse in red, cause why not? Oh, also color stuff, sorry. Although I did keep Max's original colors, I did mute them a bit, mostly to give him an older vibe, compared to his more brighter look in middle school, but also cause I imagine a lot of his clothes are either hand-me-downs or so worn from wear and wash, they started to fade. I also gave him a gray undershirt to match with Bradley. You'll notice I made them match like way more than the movie did, but I also just gave it to him because my partner used to wear one. A lot of Max and Bradley's designs are kind of based around him and like past boyfriends. What can I say? I have a type. Almost forgot. Accessories. I did give Max an eyebrow piercing. I've seen people give him snake bites and I love it, but only on the human versions. Cause there's just something off about Max's OG Disney design with snake bites that just looks off. Plus his teeth kind of get in the way. You guys know me, overlapping is a huge thing. But yeah, as for the bracelets, they're just based on bracelets my partner wears. I honestly would have done something different because I think Max would probably just wear old friendship bracelets and band tags, but I got lazy. Now, as for Bradley, oh boy, yeah, I did not hold back. Like, I love Bradley. I really do. His face is so expressive, and he's like a real treat to watch, because, I mean, he's fucking crazy, but he's like a fun crazy, you know? But his outfit and design, yeah,
No. Or, well, maybe just his outfit. Because design-wise, they knew what they were doing. Like, brown hair, blue eyes? Yes, please. Just wish he looked like he belonged in the universe. Because he's kind of the only character that looks the most undog-like. And I guess it's because he needed to express more. Like, he has the most expressions out of all the characters in the entire movie, Goofy and Max included. And I think they didn't know how to express the expressions that they wanted to do. And that's why I think, like, they didn't make him more dog-like, but yeah, that don't work for me, so I went all out on making him look more like a dog. And he's also a mixed breed of Greyhound and long-haired Chihuahua. I mostly picked those out mainly because Greyhounds are extremely fast, have a similar body type to Bradley, aka big chest, small waist, big hips, but Greyhounds aren't all that temperamental, so I picked Chihuahua for that. And also because they're the closest in shape, and I like their fur pattern more, hence to why Bradley now has 2 sets of eyebrows, and why his ears are a bit bigger than your average Greyhound. I did keep his OG hair and colors because they really do work for him, and the hairstyle he has was a huge staple in the late 90s/2000s. Like, remember when it was everywhere and nearly every animated and live action heartthrob had it? So yeah, makes sense for Bradley to have the most popular haircut of the time. Now for his outfit, I decided to do something more stylish but sporty, kinda, because I know in the movie Bradley was meant to be like this uppity fancy prep school boy to opposite Max's more laid back skater vibes, but growing up it always felt weird to see Bradley all snazzy while on a skateboard. And yeah, you can skate wearing anything you want, but my fashion brain just couldn't get on board. So I put him in an oversized flannel and simple black shirt with a white line. I was kind of trying to make his outfit hint more to his skater suit, as I like to think Bradley's whole personality is based around his team and their colors. Obviously, both shirts are tucked in to show off his physique, and because he's still a prep at heart and probably wouldn't untuck his shirts unless in private. As for pants, I put him in like the male equivalent of mom jeans, because I mean, khakis. What was the design team thinking? You can barely do anything in khakis. Like, that's the worst pair of pants to put someone in to do physical activities. Trust me. But I also kind of put him in those because hips. And as for shoes, yeah, I picked Vans. Yeah, it's not exactly a high-end brand, but it is/was a popular shoe brand for skaters. Though I put them in more newer Vans, as the shoes back in the late 90s and early 2000s were a choice. And I mean, Bradley's got monies, so maybe let's just all agree he has first pick on new shoes. And finally, the gloves. I did think about giving him full leather gloves, you know, something fancy, or like race car driver gloves, but I kind of just settled on gloves similar to Max's. I even made them the same color as Max's original red since it pops better against his dark fur. And speaking of fur, because I did not go into the fur pattern, Bradley's fur pattern is 100% mainly Chihuahua fur pattern, as Greyhounds don't particularly have fur patterns. They kind of have like an ombre effect going on. But if any of y'all remember Jenna Marbles, she has 3 of them. She has 2 Italian Greyhounds and I think a Whippet. I'm not sure. I think Bunny is a Greyhound because she was part of the racetrack adoption thingies. So I think Bunny is a Greyhound. But you'll see that Bunny's fur pattern is more freckled, which is kind of really unique, to be honest, within the... I mean, every dog has a fur pattern unique to them, but like in show dog terms, it is unique to Bunny because your traditional Greyhound, Whippet, and Italian Greyhound are usually gray with a little bit of white, you know, like mostly on their chest or on the under parts of their paws, but most of the time they're solid gray. But yeah, that's why I chose long-haired Chihuahua, because like they have a very distinctive face pattern, whereas Greyhounds don't really have a distinctive face pattern. And since there's a lot of focus to Bradley's face, I really wanted his fur pattern to be really expressive and, you know, different. So, yeah. And also the fur pattern on his ears are shaped like hearts. No particular reason why, I just decided to do that. And that is about it, other than like my next year AU Maxley in my head fanfic, where Bradley is in his final year of college and can no longer compete due to being kicked out of the Gammas. He was never caught cheating, and the Gammas don't say anything as they still want to compete the final year. This all kind of leads to Bradley, who aka hasn't fixed his tooth because his dad has cut him off, making him get a job as a tutor and library assistant, aka have him spend more time with Goofy's girlfriend and realize Bradley's the perfect tutor for Max. And boom, enemies to lovers starts. It also has PJ losing interest in competing in the X Games again and sets Max into having no choice but to add Bradley to his team, who at first says no, but decides to do it to prove that he can win without cheating. It's kind of like a slow burn with like a ton of angst, because I mean, if a fanfic doesn't make you cry, what was the point of writing it? Plus, they never actually officially get together while at school at the end, because I mean, there's that Christmas movie where Max brings a girl home and I'm a sucker for the long cons. So let's just say they meet back up at the college X Games reunion and sparks just fly like no time has passed, and boom, ending. Anyway, thank you for indulging me in my shipping ramblings. This was so much fun to do and make and just talk about, as I have had this pent up inside me for years, and it's just nice to gush. Anyway, next video will probably be about Smiling Friends. I've been meaning to talk about it for a while now, and I think I'm ready. But yeah, anyway, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and me. I hope you all have a super fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!